What do you do if you don't get paid? I mean, what are the issues here?
Well, there's sort of a timeline.
Yeah.
There's sending out your invoice, day one, you're ready.
Yeah. I got it all boxed up.
PayPal, I'm going to get it in half an hour. It happens. You know, people immediately respond and pay. And
I always do that because I know how the seller feels. I want to give them their money.
But I'm also always planted in front of my computer.
Right, right. So it's never fast enough.
This is not necessarily how everybody lives their lives.
Right.
So if it doesn't happen within the first 3 days, you don't hear back, send the friendly reminder email saying, hey, you know, you were the high bidder.
Does eBay automate this in any way?
You can choose to go into my eBay and send a eBay-generated reminder after 3 days.
Would you recommend that?
We discourage it. This is a great place to really start personal communication.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a person, you're a person.
Yeah. Make it real.
Yeah, and here is what the auction said. I expect payment within 10 days. Hey, just let me know if there's a problem.
Send a picture of your starving children, your dog, your cat, your goldfish.
But don't get aggressive. It's not.
Okay, not yet.
Not the time to get aggressive.
Okay. They have 10 days.
They theoretically have 7 days. You can start filing with eBay after the 7th day.
Okay.
After 7 days, and also after the 3rd day, if you haven't heard back, it's a good time to go and take a look at their feedback. If there's any history of bad feedback, you might start to get a little nervous. If not, relax.
Well, you haven't lost anything yet because you haven't sent them the merchandise. And we emphasized this in the first segment. Don't send it to them until you get money.
Things happen, life happens, kid gets sick, work takes you out of town, or 80,000 other things that are more important but less fun.
Or like you.
Monkey's drum kit you just bought. You know, might have to wait a few days.
Or like you, the email went in the spam bucket by accident and you never saw it.
Exactly.
You didn't realize you won the
And so you might want to send it again, make sure you send it to the right email address, whatever.
Right.
7 days have passed, you still haven't heard a word, or you've gotten an email that we've seen, like, cancel my order.
Oh. You can't cancel an order.
No, you can't. But we have actually seen that.
So interesting. So people think that they can cancel their orders.
I think people who don't have a lot of experience doing anything other than a few online e-commerce transactions.
I changed my mind. I don't want it.
I don't want it. No, you still can say to them, you know, if it appears it's non-nefarious, that they've just made a mistake, they don't quite get it, you still don't have to go for the jugular.
Right.
You need to feel your way through each auction as they become more of a problem.
You might politely explain auction sales.
No, this is actually a binding agreement.
Yeah. But is it really binding? I mean, what? You have the force of law. Can you get the eBay police to come to their house?
You know, the eBay police, I don't see them dressed in primary colors at your door. But theoretically, you can be warned. In other words, I think that it will more have repercussions as far as the suspension of your account.
They can't go back and buy more things.
Rather than you just taking you to eBay jail.
eBay does have some policies on here, though.
Right. Now, this is after 7 days, you sent the final reminder, which has a more aggressive tone. You know this is a binding contract. Please be in touch. Let me know how you're going to make your payments. And then if you don't hear buckus after 10 days, this is page design circa 1942.
But it does the job. This is what eBay is saying you should do step by step.
And what you're going to do is after 7 days, but not more than 45 days after your auction is closed, you are going to file a non-paying bidder alert.
Okay. This is with eBay.
This is with eBay, and they are going to send an email to you and your buyer saying,
we have a problem.
Time has passed. You need to take care of this. And this very often will prompt your buyer to do something.
They don't want to get in trouble with eBay?
Okay. You get 3 alerts filed against you, and
you're out.
Gee,
it seems like 3 is a lot.
But things happen.
Yeah, okay.
You have to give people the benefit
Second
of the doubt.
chance, third chance. All right. Can you sue these guys? I mean, can I take it in my own hands and say, take them to court?
I think you can. I think when it comes down to sheer fraud, if you've been defrauded, like the Super Bowl tickets that somebody sold for $5,000 that were fake.
Well, that clearly you've got a legal case there.
I think it's.
But we supposedly have a binding contract that you bought something at my auction, and now I can't.
I think that when it comes right down to it, what you're better off doing is leaving negative feedback and making a second chance offer if you had another bidder on your item.
What if you get a bounce check?
Bounce check, again, always start from a place of mercy. Contact your bidder.
I bounce a lot of checks.
Contact your bidder.
I'm sympathetic.
Check's bad. Maybe your bank made a mistake. Maybe you made a little mistake. Maybe you're skating the edges of the black hole. If you could send me payment immediately via PayPal or overnight a money order, I'd be happy to send your item.
That's why I always use PayPal.
And if they don't make good on it, you just bombs away with the negative feedback, because bounce checks that's bad.
Ultimately, it sounds like your main weapon in this is bad feedback and ultimately getting them booted.
being suspended and bad feedback. That's really those are your real weapons in your arsenal.
And your best defense is not sending them a product until you have cash in hand and it's cleared the bank.
Don't ship before you've been paid. Unless it's somebody you've done business with many times before, etc. Some
you know them.
Strange permutation. Don't ship before you have the money in hand.
Sell It on eBay is the book TechTV's Guide to Successful Online Auctions. Toby Molina, Jim Hyde, the authors. So glad we could get you in, Toby. It's great. I want to do more of this because I think there's a lot of people who would like to do eBay. And we just talked about all the negatives in a way, but at least get those up front to know what the...
Well, it's a good thing to know.
Yeah.
There's a lot to learn.
There's a lot to learn. If you missed anything, don't worry. You can still find it on our website, as always, techtv.com/call-for-help. This is a good-looking book, though. I think a good something you really want to check out. It's very nice.